Okay, guys, I'm finally watching it. So, Spiderverse came out last month. Well, I guess not technically yet. I don't think so. I don't remember it came out. It came out like around the 15th or something. So, today is January 12th. So, I'm probably a few days away from a month. I know some of you may be wondering, why haven't I seen it yet? Everyone said how amazing it is. It's fantastic, best Spider-Man movie ever. Yes, I've heard some people say it's the best Spider-Man movie ever. I don't think it probably will end up being my favorite, nor the best, but, you know, I mean, things can happen. I'm just pretty doubtful. Mostly the reason I've been avoiding this film is because, it just didn't look that great to me from the trailers. There are like a few cool moments in the trailers, some funny moments in the trailers, I guess, but, and I've seen like a few clips that they released, like, I think a few days before the movie came out. Honestly, though, I just didn't really care. The animation kind of threw me off in the trailers, and I just wasn't really that interested. I mean, I still wanted to go see it just because I was curious. But overall, I knew I wasn't going to see it for a while because, I mean, number one, the movie I wanted to see out of all three, Aquaman, Bumblebee, and Spider-Man, was definitely Bumblebee, then Aquaman, then Spider-Man. That was like the order of what I wanted to see in December. And I'm seeing it in that exact order. I saw Bumblebee first, I saw Aquaman second, and now I'm seeing Spider-Man. Because, like I said, I thought those two other films looked a lot better. I mean, I heard it was really good, so I probably will end up liking it. But, yeah, it didn't really look that good to me. So, yeah. And, I mean, it's not because Miles Morales is the main character. I actually like Miles Morales. I hope they do something with him in the Spider-Man PS4 series, if there is one. And they do make a sequel, which I think they probably will. I don't know if they announced it yet, though. But anyways, it's just the animation kind of threw me off. I wasn't really that interested. But, I'm still going to go see it. Like in a few minutes here. Also, be on the lookout for my Gotham Season 5 Episode 2 review. The reason, I was supposed to be out yesterday, but I'm trying something new. I'm trying a new app where, like, I don't have to put the video on the corner, and I can just put it on the, like, big whole screen. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. It's been taking me a few tries, but I think I've pretty much cracked it. And I mean, I think it'll probably be out later on today, like in the evening-ish, is when I'm gonna upload it. But yeah, I thought I'd just make this video because I'm probably like one of the last people, maybe the last. So I'll see you guys. Okay, that was pretty good. So my expectations were not that high. Maybe why I was laughing so hard and having such a good time, because that was really good. It was kind of self-aware, which made it funny. It had one of the best end credit scenes, and it had the best end credit scene I've ever seen from Sony in anything. I don't think it's the best Spider-Man movie, or my favorite. I think it's still Spider-Man 2, and this, for right now, I think it's going to remain fourth on my list. Just for now. I think Spider-Man 2 is still my favorite, then Spider-Man from 2002, and then, for right now, Homecoming, but this one might take its place. It is really good. It is way better than I thought it would be, especially for a Sony movie, because recently Sony has been pretty crappy over the years. I think the actual last good, fun film I saw from them all the way was probably Goosebumps. Dark Tower was too short, and the villain was kind of weak, even though I don't hate Dark Tower as much as most people. I just think it needed to be longer. and it needed more development. But, I still have, fun watching it. I like the action scenes and that. I like Idris Elba, and I like the actor who played the kid. I don't remember who played the kid. Matthew McConaughey was a good villain. I think he was kind of a MacGuffin villain, but he didn't really have a reason for what he was doing. But anyways, this isn't a Sony rant. So yeah, the last actual really good film I think from Sony was Goosebumps. Goosebumps 2 I think was really bad. I did not like that film, and nor did I review it. I honestly don't really want to. I mean, I haven't really mentioned Goosebumps to you guys before, but I don't like Goosebumps 2. So yeah. So this is probably so it took them like 3 years, because this film came out last month in December. It took them 3 years to make another really, 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 really good movie. This was really, really good. I'd recommend everyone to go see it, because this was very good. Like I just said, maybe I'd call it spectacular, because it's a fun experience. It's self-aware, but not in like a way that like a character like Deadpool would do it, where he'd look at the camera and just kind of go like, hi. It's more of like they're not looking at the camera directly going, hi audience. They're just kind of saying things that like is a nod to the audience. But it's funny. It's a funny, fun film. And yeah, I probably should have seen it sooner, because it was really good. And now Sony has that money, and I know they'll probably make a sequel. And hopefully a sequel will be good. Bring back the director and writers of this film. Was it Lauren Kasdan, I think? Or what was it? Lord and Miller. So yeah, bring him back. Because I'm pretty sure that was pretty much all him and the team of writers, because I don't think it was all Sony. Because we've seen, when it's all Sony, it's Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2. That's all Sony. But mostly Spider-Man 3. The one with Topher Grace is Venom. And Peter... I don't even know what that was. They also finally did a Spider-Man movie right where they can have more than one villain. Actually, I counted 5 villains. And not in just the opening act, but I'd say that there's 3 villains that pop out the most. And then 2 more villains pop up later on. So, yeah, they finally, I guess, did it right, because Spider-Man 3 tried with 3 villains, couldn't do that. Amazing Spider-Man 2 essentially did 2 villains. Rhino was there to set up the Sinister Six. And Electro and Goblin, or Green Goblin, that universe's Green Goblin was supposed to be the main villains, even though I guess you could say it was kind of Electro and Green Goblin came out at the end for some reason. And Electro, was... I don't even know what that was. And, yeah, they finally did it right. They got 5 villains. Now, they weren't necessarily bad villains. Their motivations, I thought, needed to be a little more understandable. But, overall, they weren't necessarily bad villains. They just needed more understandable motivations. So, yeah. The main villain, guys, I think is the one that really needed motivation. The other 4, I don't know. It depends on your perspective if you say it. I'll say there's 5. I'm counting them as 5. Deal with it. The main villain, I understood him, but it was just a little hard at times. I think my big problem is I was trying to understand how he was trying to do what he was trying to do. What's confusing me, like how the Spiderverse started, really kind of confused me a little, but it's not something I really thought of hard in the theater, like constantly while everyone's making the Spider-Gwen is making jokes, and while I wasn't like thinking hard at that time, like, why are they all here? It's just kind of a thought that dawned on me, because I was confused. Like, I understood the villain and what he was trying to do. He's understandable, but the reasons for how he wants to do what he wants to do, was starting to confuse me. It was like a minor flaw I had. Overall, I think the film was really spectacular. It had good villains. My favorite part was Prowler. Everyone knows Prowler was in it. He was in all the trailers. Prowler was probably my favorite part of the film. He had a good character arc, or story in the film. His outfit design was awesome. He had a fantastic theme. His music theme in this film, let me tell you, was incredible. Mind-blowing, man. Yeah, like every time I heard that music start, and I was like, here he comes. And then, yeah, it was awesome. But, yeah. Anyways, all the Spider-Man characters were good. Though probably the one I didn't care about the most was, I don't even know what her name was. It was like Penny Parker, I think. She was like anime spider, whatever she was. I don't know what her name was, but anime spider person. So I don't know if she called herself Spider Woman or whatever, or Spider Girl. But she was kind of, I think, the least interesting. I didn't dislike her necessarily. I just didn't really care. The other ones I liked better. There were a lot of actors and actresses I didn't expect. Like Nicolas Cage, I did not even know was going to be in the film. I didn't know he was going to be in the film. I didn't know Haley Steinfeld was going to be in the film. Chris Pine ended up being in the film. And I did not know that. It was minor, but it was there. Stan Lee had a fantastic cameo. I don't know if I said that already. If you couldn't tell already, some time has passed since I last started vlogging. It's been a few, like maybe an hour after, so maybe an hour after I got out of the theater. So I don't remember if when I recorded again that I said there was a great Stan Lee cameo. Stan Lee's cameo was fantastic. Awesome. And at the end of the film, they actually said something. They said thanks to Stan Lee. And I don't know if it was a message from Stan Lee. I think it was something Stan Lee said. And it was awesome. He had a great cameo. I think my favorite Stan Lee cameo is probably from Guardians 2. I love that cameo. I really do. I love those two cameos. Maybe it's because he had two cameo scenes. Because those two cameo scenes were fantastic. But this film had a really good one. That was a really good one. I definitely recommend all you see if you haven't already. If you thought the animation looked kind of crappy like me, you see, I didn't see that many trailers because, like I said, I wasn't that hyped. I saw 2 trailers, 3. I think 3 trailers, maybe. I saw the first little teaser they made with Miles, jumping off buildings and swinging, in his black and red suit. I thought the animation didn't look, that great. The mouth movement was kind of distracting in that trailer, and I think it very much improved on screen, because in that first trailer, I wasn't too crazy. I thought it looked somewhat good at first, and then Miles was like, taking a breather at the end of the first trailer, and then he was asking how many Spider-Man people are there, and I saw his mouth move, and I was like, what? And I think that was almost definitely unfinished, I think. Been a while since I watched that because it was very distracting. There's something about the animation back then that just didn't quite get with me. Then I saw a second trailer, and I saw a whole 2 minutes of their mouths moving, and every time it was very distracting. Their mouth would go. It would constantly. It would appear like this, and go back like this. At least that's what it looked like to me, and it looked kind of distracting. So I'm pretty sure some of that was unfinished too. In those trailers I watched, I saw a few clips they released. But that was like, those seem to have improved. Because I think I don't remember. I might have seen the third trailer. But anyways, I thought it was very distracting. I think there was something off, but then they fixed it, because this film, the animation looked much, much better. And I thought was much, much better than it looked in the trailer. Maybe they were still tweaking it at the time, but the animation wasn't as bad in this film. It was much, much better, and it was actually really, really cool. It had good character arcs, good, just awesome little moments that, just kind of either touched you with emotion, or with happiness, sadness, or just made you laugh super hard. The end credit scene was hilarious and amazing. That end credit scene was amazing. It has an end credit scene. I won't spoil what it is if you haven't seen it yet, even though probably most of you have by now. Like I said, I'm one of the last people to probably see this film. The end credit scene was hilarious, but awesome at the same time. It was truly an amazing end credit scene. It had a lot of good moments in it. But yeah, I think that's overall my opinion on Spiderverse. It's really, really good. Best Sony movie since Goosebumps 1. And spectacular. I wouldn't quite give it an A+. I don't really know what I would give it. Probably not an A+. But I'll probably make a full-fledged review. And the reason I keep on saying villain is because the only villain I know that was revealed in the trailers was Prowler. Because I remember seeing him in the trailers. And I was like, I think that's Prowler. That's cool. And I was like, I expected that in the Miles Morales story. But, I kind of tied it together. Once I saw it was Miles Morales Spider-Man movie, and I saw Prowler on one of those trailers. This I think was the second trailer. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, yeah, that's Prowler. Anyways, that's the only villain I know was revealed in the trailer. I don't know if anyone else was revealed in the trailer or not, so yeah, for some reason I'm still keeping it spoiler-free, even though most people have seen it, most people have made videos on it, but I don't care. I saw Aquaman about a week ago now, so last week I saw it, so yeah, I've seen both films in January. The only December movie I watched in the theaters was Bumblebee. I skipped out on Mary Poppins Returns. I still am skipping out. And yeah, guys, that's about it for this video. Let me know what you thought of Spider-Verse down in the comment section below. For right now, once again, it's my 4th place in Spider-Man films. I'd probably say number 1 is Spider-Man 2. Number 2 is Spider-Man from 2002. Number 3 is Homecoming still for now. And then number 4 is Spider-Verse. Number 5 is Amazing Spider-Man. Number 6 is Amazing Spider-Man 2, and number 7 would be Spider-Man 3. So, yeah, guys, that's it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.